We have one more person. Morning, Rodrigo.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Is your first time here?
Yes, it's my first time in here in TNT.
Good, good. So just let me explain very quickly how TNT works. Today, it's not an English class, so I'm not a teacher. I'm a host, and we are here to exchange ideas, to talk. And today we're going to talk about green areas in urban cities. And you feel free to be yourself, to talk to people, to know people and exchange ideas. We are not going to judge you. We are not going to correct you. And if you don't know any words, you can talk in Portuguese. We are here to learn. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
If you want some English classes or if you want to learn with a teacher, we have some classes in TNT, and there's some subscriptions and something like this. But today we are just here to talk. Okay.
Okay. I have seen this class that in TNT has uh, other plans.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know.
Okay, good. Morning, Karina. Good morning. How are you? You are muted.
Sorry. Always I do this. So I'm Karina. I'm from Recife, and I'm happy to be here to practice my English with you. And I think that's it.
Good, good. So I suppose you already know how TNT works. It's not your first time, right?
No, it's not my first time. I think there's 5 times that participated this English class.
Okay, good. So we all already saw a video, watch a video. Today we're gonna talk about green areas in urban space. So sustainable cities, how it's some cities that are being under construction, and we're talking about it. Okay, I'm gonna split us in 2 rooms so we can talk easily. Just a minute. I send you guys the questions. Have you guys received it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mais fala.
Okay, just a minute, guys. Okay. So I see you in 45 minutes. So good. I think Bruna was frozen. Okay. So nice. I'm gonna introduce myself. And yeah, I'm gonna introduce myself. So my name is Daiane. I live in São Paulo. I am 29. Actually, I'm 30 years old. And I work as a data scientist. I work for an American startup. And yeah, Bruna, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, I'm Bruna. I'm living in Brasilia. I'm 39 years old. I'm married. I have 2 sons, and this.
Good. So, Rodrigo, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. I'm Rodrigo. I'm 38 years old, and I work as a developer, software developer. Okay, I live in Diadema, and I live with my wife and one cat. Okay, that's all.
We have a lot of people here from technology. In
Yeah,
every TNT, we have a person. Breno, can you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. I am a video editor, and I think I have the same age of you. I think, no, I'm sure about that. And it's because it's funny because I always get confused too, because I always forget that I just turned 30, you know. So yeah, I live in the north of Brazil, and I am married to. That's it for now.
Good. Yeah, I always say I'm 29, but I'm 30. Gosh, I turned 30. Anderson, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes. Hello, guys. My name is Anderson. I'm 20 years and I'm front-end developer. And I live in Rio de Janeiro. And that's it.
Good. So, Elosman,
Morning, people. I'm Elosma Stewart. I'm from Ceará, but I live in Minas Gerais. I like to be here in TNT. TNT has been my second home, where I can get better my English. And I'm 25 years old. I'm graduating letters, Portuguese and English. But believe it or not, I like English better than Portuguese. When it comes about language, not an English to talk to. And that's all. I live in a small city, and that's it. That's it.
good. Daniela, good morning. Daniela, can you hear us? Oh, I don't think Daniela can hear, but then I'm gonna send a message for her. And whenever, if you can hear us, Daniela, and whenever you are ready, you can join a conversation. So, okay, let's start with the question. Actually, it's question number 1, but it's number 2 here. I'm gonna read the first question. How green is your city, and how much greenery surrounds you? And Elosman, can you start answer?
And to be honest, I live in Minas Gerais. It's a kind of place that there are many greeneries, And I said, as I said before, I live in a small city, and of course there are many greenery. So much green that surrounds me where I am or where I go, and whatever. So, and there are many. There are small woods in here and in parks, and that's all. That's all.
I don't know why, but I thought you were from North, you know? I didn't know you are from Minas. I don't know why I thought you were from like Recife or somewhere like this. Because we talked in the previous TNT, and I don't know why.
Okay.
Rodrigo, can you answer, please?
Yes, how I said, I live in Diadema. It's close to São Paulo, so it's a big city. And in here, there are a lot of buildings and uh, much don't have much trees, and my city is not green. Okay. Uh, uh, we we have green or trees in only in parks and squares. So when you need to some fresh air, we need to go a park and walk through the trees. That's it.
Good.
Okay.
Bruna, can you?
So here in Brasilia, there are many trees in the city. There is cities park, and here is there is many places are green, and so I think it's a good place to live. But in the Distrito Federal, the other cities close here, Brasilia, there there isn't a lot of tree. But here in Brasilia, there are many trees and many places to with green.
Good. And Anderson, can you answer, please?
Yes, in Rio de Janeiro, getting closer to the beach, to the in beach that are getting closer to the sea, there are a lot of green. But in the middle, in the city, there are a lot of buildings, and that's it.
I thought that Rio had more trees than São Paulo, and I don't remember where I read that São Paulo has more trees and more greenery than Rio. I don't know how, but and I don't know if it's true, but that's what I read. Breno,
Hey,
about your city.
yeah, I was trying not to be too much specific in this meeting because I'm not feel comfortable to share my personal information, but I have to say something about the place where I live nearby, which is I live on the top of a hill in the northwest in Ceará, and there is this place called Ubajara National Park, which is a very nice place to go through the nature and go hiking and just go for a walk, which is a raw nature. I'm not sure if there is a better word for that, but if it has, please someone can tell me. But and yeah, we have many natures here. We didn't have any parks, like the urban cities that was made by humans to stay, but we has a lot of nature, and we have also waterfalls, a lot of waterfalls, good waterfalls here. And yes, and if someone wants to do a research or look for about it, it's called Ubajara National Park. It's right this. And yeah, and we have this cable car too. Like in Rio de Janeiro, you know, in Pão de Açúcar, we have this cable car too here in Ceará. And here is cold because we live in the top of the hill. So yeah, we can get something like 16 degrees sometimes at night and in the morning, and mostly 20 degrees Celsius.
Oh, awesome. And I've been to Ceará like twice. Actually, I've been to Fortaleza and Jericoacoara. And I had no idea that you guys have like these hills and yeah, I'm seeing here.
Yeah, everybody gets in shock sometimes when I say that there's cold places here. Obviously, it's not cold places like Curitiba or São Paulo in some times of the year. But yeah, for us, for people that live in Northeast, it's very cold. So it's cozy, you know, it's good to live because it's not that cold, but it's colder. And you know. You didn't sweat a lot, and it's good. It's a very comfortable place to live.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. Nice.
Mainly in the night too.
Yeah, true. During the night, it's really even colder, right?
Yeah.
Daniela, you back now? Can you hear us? No, I don't think so. So good. Bruna, can you read the next question, please? Answer and pick someone to answer next.
Item 3. Are street tree, parks, and garden common in your community? Yes, have a city park here in Brasilia and the other parks, and have the lake and artificial lake in the central of Brasilia, and in the I don't know, Orla has a green tour, a green places, and had there are park to children, and I think it had there are many 3 or 4 city parks here in Brasilia. On the central, the name is Sara Kubitschek, and the other Olhos d'Água, and the Águas Claras has the other parks. So there are many parks here, and the Entre Quadras, I don't know, Inter Square, I think it is Inter Square, because Brasilia don't have a street, have a square. It's the different the other places. So in Inter Square has let me see, no camping. So I think it's the similar of the football camping, and the other trees, sun around the trees in the camping. It is.
Nice, nice. Pick someone to answer next.
Breno, please.
Okay. As I mentioned before, there is no parks and common gardens, but we have lots of places, good places with raw nature. That's it.
Nice. Rodrigo?
Okay. There are no, there are no street trees in my city. There are only parks, okay, and some squares. And, I know only one park in my city that is it's Passo, okay, and near here in São Paulo there is the Ibirapuera Park and Villa Lobos Park that I usually went on weekends. Okay, and that's it. Hello,
Yeah,
man.
Ibirapuera, it's very famous, but
Yeah,
whenever I go there, there are a lot of people riding bicycle and running, and it's kind of mess, you know. You need to, I don't know how I can say it in English, like desviar, you know, you are
I know.
walking and
Yes,
you're always like
Dodge.
the way is full of people, but I I I went to the Ibirara party since I was a kid, and I know to the yard. I'm usually do this when I went there. Okay. So uh, you are right. You are right. That is full of people. Even in middle of the week, it's full of people. Yeah. And you, Elosma.
And let me see. In my city, yeah, we have a little place. The name is Little Fishes Square. Uh, People here call this like Praça dos Peixinhos. You know, it's a funny place that when everybody is there, they they take photo. They get happy. I don't know why, because it's a common place. And likewise in another places in the world, you know, somewhere, you know. And the most famous place is this is, of course, there are others, but this is the most famous, you know. That's all. And you, Bruno, have answered.
So I answer. So Daiane.
yeah, I'm
Diane,
gonna
please.
Yes.
yeah, I live in São Paulo, so we do not have street trees like those streets with a lot of trees, and I think we have in south of the city like Morumbi. There's some places like some streets that you can find more trees. But I think it's more common some parks like Ibirapuera, Vila Lobos. We call here as a Praça do Pôr do Sol. It's a park, a public park, and it's in the how can I say it? You know, it's high and you can see São Paulo and the neighborhood that surrounds the park. And I think that's it. We do not have many trees and this kind of stuff. And as I said, I read that article once that said was saying São Paulo has more greenery than Rio and than some other cities. I'm not sure, but but yeah, that's it.
Maybe more on the side counter, like
Yeah.
like esqueci o nome, Serra da Cantareira. In that place, I think it's more tree, maybe more than Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, true. I makes sense. Or like we have Marginal, like Marginal Tietê and Marginal Pinheiros. And some years ago, I don't know if how can I say prefeitura? It's mayor? But you guys got
Maybe.
it. I don't know if the mayors are responsible to planting those, but we have near the river, and we have a lot of trees all the way marginal, and yeah, I think it's just this small, kind of trees we have here in São Paulo. So good, Rodrigo. Can you read? It's number 4, right? And
Okay,
then pick someone to answer.
okay. Regarding green areas, how would you like your city to be? Um, I would like that my city was a green place that has uh, there are a garden in all of the houses. Okay, like American Move with some trees on the street and something like that. I think it's a good place to live. Okay. And about you, Breno?
Oh, yeah. I was trying to think in a good answer for this, but I think that the most important thing to pay attention for a government or whatever is to maintain the nature that we already have in that place. So, as I mentioned, we live in a place that we have lots of nature around. So I think that it's important to maintain the trees, to maintain the garden areas and adapt the city to the nature, not the opposite, as the most cities does. So I think that the main idea that I think we have to follow, and that's why what I like to see here. I would like to see here.
Good. As
And
man. Yeah. You wanna pick someone?
okay, let me see. Yeah, the last one is Ella's one, right?
And we have Bruna. Bruna hasn't
Okay,
answered.
let's see Ella's one. Okay.
uh, 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 I believe I've never stopped and to think about this, how how I would I would want my city to be, but I like that we have more buildings, a huge scene and shopping, because we don't have shopping, a place to buy something, very expensive. um, um, yeah, I believe that is because we have a place to practice sport, swimming, and many clubs, to go for a ride on the weekend and other things. I believe only this.
I think Belo Horizonte is a nice place, a nice example of nature uh, development, city development of nature. I think it is. Belo Horizonte and Curitiba are two good examples of that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Curitiba. I think I read something actually about Curitiba. I've never been there, but I think I read something once. And Bruna, how about you?
So I love Brasilia, and I think it's a good place to live. Has when I said how I said there are many places, green places. Um, so I think I would like to. There are here, for example, a building with the video that Diana showed us, because here don't have don't there sorry, here there aren't building with a tree in the I don't know, sacada, the building. I think it's a great idea. And but here in Brasilia, there are many places, free places. So it's not necessary the plant. I think it's plant a tree in your sacada. But now in the close here, the Distrito Federal, the other city near here, the building it's very big, so don't have a place, a green places, and so it's necessary to think about to building. It's necessary to build in places with regular green areas.
Okay, good. I work with a guy from he was born in São Paulo, but he lives in Brasilia, and he always complaining about how hot Brasilia is. And although it's so dry here, I miss São Paulo, and São Paulo is dry as well, but he always complaining about the weather, you know. Um, good. Breno, can you read the next question, please?
Okay. How clean is the weather in your local lakes, rivers, or bays? I answer or pick someone else?
You can answer, and then you pick someone
Okay.
to answer.
Well, the water is very clean. As I said, we have this waterfalls, and we have lots of that. And I think that's the main reason we have so clean water, because the water, obviously the water is not stopped, and people are not polluting a lot. And I think, yeah, the water is clean and also cold, and we can go through this. And I'm not, how can I say it's not taking a shower? I think it's to enjoy the river, you know, and people can do that still today. So it's nice. Okay, let me pick Rodrigo now. Sorry.
Okay. Yes, here in my city, the water is not so fresh. In here, there are a lot of rivers and lakes that's not that it's not able to drink or swim. If we want to swim, we need to go far away from the city to a water waterfall. Okay, but usually the rivers is not so good in Diadema and São Paulo. Okay. And you, Bruna?
Well, here in Brasilia, there is artificial lake, the Paranoá Lake, and it's possible to play in the water and to fish, and their lake has a lot of activity, physical activity. For example, soup, kayak. I don't know kayak. How do you say kayak? Kayaking, canoagem. It's a good. The water it's very clean, but near has a estação de tratamento. But the water is it's so good. It's clean. I think it's the water health. There is health. I think it's this. And you, Diane?
Guys, I live in São Paulo, so can you imagine? Because I have a Rio Tietê River and Pinheiros River that they are awful, and sometimes you can smell the.
Yeah, it's
when
funny
you,
because I've seen some old videos like in the 50s or 40s years. I'm not sure when, where, but what time. But the Tietê was a place that people could enjoy it a lot of years ago, right?
Yeah. In Tietê, there are some capivaras. I don't.
Yeah, I think
don't
it's capybara
know
because it's a Brazilian animal, so you can say capybara.
Yeah. I don't know why how they can live in that river.
Yeah, they all moved to Paraná, I think. Capybara.
Yeah, according to Google, capybara, maybe. I don't know but yeah, there's some places here in São Paulo, like the countryside, that Tietê River is still clean, but here in the capital, it's awful. And good, Bruna, can you read the next, please?
7, 6. The 6, yes. What sort of a landscape can you see in York City? Horizon farm and forest or shopping? 7, small and building.
I don't know what the 7 is doing.
Small
Ignore it.
and building. So here, in Asa Sul, Asa Norte, the building is so short, and but here's a plan. The solo is the landscape. It's plan. Don't have a mountain. Don't have a. So it's horizon here. Horizon. Don't have a depressions and the fall only plan. They don't have it's planície, and it's very different. For example, Ouro Preto, São Paulo, you have a mountain to see the sunset. Here don't have this. But sometimes have the other place is a little, I don't know, mais alto, but it's
Higher.
what, Brenda?
I just say higher for you
Higher.
to say
Yes.
mais alto. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. It don't have so have there is higher, but and the common is plano. So and you in your place, Breno.
Okay. We have lots of landscapes here that you can see the nature and the serra, which is hill. We call Serra da Ibiapaba, the place where we live, and you can choose from what view, what point of the map do you want to see. For example, you have this Ubajara, as I mentioned, and you also have the now I forget the name of this, is Bosco, which is a place that some guy just bought the space, and now he is selling tickets to enjoy the view, you know. And you also can buy some areas very cheap around. It's funny because you can do that, and most people just didn't realize yet that it would be a good opportunity to, you know, to invest. It would be a good investment. So you can choose the Bosco too, which is we have this restaurant and a full place with good environment that you can take your family there and your pets. And we have these cabins too, and also you can do hiking and how can I say, camping, right? You also can camping there, and yes, it's very nice. I'm not sure if I answered right. The question is, yeah, that's it.
Good, good. Rodrigo.
Okay, my city is not, there is no higher hill or place to see the landscape. For us to see all the city, we need to to go a high building and see the view only in a building. Okay.
Yeah, actually, we do have some hills, like, but we have so many buildings that we can see anything. Like, we have the Pico do Jaraguá, that it's a very high. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's a how can I could say, like, but you got it's a high point, and but there's so many buildings, and you see so far away, and it's difficult because São Paulo, I think the past we would have, but nowadays it's impossible. Good.
Guys, you can click the link I just sent on the text so you can see some examples of what I was talking about
Okay.
if you want to. Yeah.
It too.
Oh, so
The most
beautiful.
part. Yes. It's a good place.
It's funny because when we think about Ceará and northeast of the country, you always think about beaches, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking about the
You're right.
sea, and we never think about this kind of places.
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny because really in the morning and sometimes in the afternoon, but it's rare in the afternoon, but mostly in the morning and the night, you can see some like Silent Hill, the game. I would say Neblina, but I can't say it in English. but there is a lot of neblina. It's funny because you can see the like the smoke coming into you. You know, it's a really nice.
And how far is this places from the capital?
It's about 3 to 500 kilometers. Actually, to the capital, it's about 380. You can take a bus, or if you go by car, you can be there in 3 hours and a half.
Yeah, it's not that close, but it's not so far away.
Yeah. If you go early in the morning, you can, it's okay. It's good.
Yeah. So good. I think have closed the rooms and people are coming back. Hello, guys. Welcome back. So, Karina, how was the conversation?
The conversation was awesome. I like it. I learned it. New vocabulary about the environment. It's okay.
I have one question. I don't understand the meaning of the green belt. I don't understand.
Yeah, actually, green belt. I don't know. I'm not sure if here in Brazil we do have here or it's common, but it's kind of how can I say? It's not a word, but when companies or government do something and they have like a budget, like like oh, you are like certificado about.
Okay.
It's something like this. So green belt is when you preserve the nature, when you have some sustainable systems, this kind of things.
Okay.
And good. So Fabio, how was conversation?
It's so good. We talk about many things. Okay.
And Elias?
Conversation was amazing. We learned a new vocabulary about grains, discuss some new things about it. It's not very common to discuss it. And in Portuguese, and we discuss in English. It's very great.
Yeah, about vocabulary, we were talking about capivara, and I heard the pronunciation is capybara, capybara in English. So now we do know how to say capivara in English. Rodrigo, was your first time? What did you think? How was it?
Yes, I think I like so much. I think it's a good idea to practice the pronunciation and listen another slang and
Capybara. Capybara.
Okay, it's amazing. I like so much.
Good, awesome. So feel free to come back. We have some other schedules. You can talk in English in the afternoon, like 10 the night. So feel free and welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
So guys, that's it. I really appreciate you guys here. Thanks so much. And yeah, let me send you guys the YouTube. I was almost forgot. And the survey here, it's a very quick survey. And if you guys have any suggestion or any topic you guys like to talk about, it's the second link here. So yeah, thank you and have a good Wednesday, guys. See ya.
Thank you,
Thank you.
guys.
Eu,
Bye-bye.
Have a nice
bye.
one.